Amidst the 200 bone fractures Sean incurred growing up, nothing has broken his will to succeed. He graduated from DePaul University, worked as a direct liaison to the president in the White House, authored 3 books, traveled to 47 states and 6 countries, and became a board-certified therapist, just to name a few of his many accomplishments. Sean has spent the past 9 years working with and presenting to thousands of students across the nation. Please help me welcoming Sean Stephenson, our keynote.
Good morning. Good morning. Raise your hand if you own a cell phone. Raise your hand. Up high. Take that hand, find that cell phone, and turn it off. I was 12 years old when I first heard this theme song come on to the television. And I'm sure you know how it goes. It goes, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You guys know what that is? Hail to the Chief, right? So I heard it come on, and I was so excited. And I was thinking, man, that's a cool song. And I watched it as the President of the United States showed up for the State of the Union address. I got so excited. 12 years old. I'm thinking, I got to have that job. I got to have that job. That job is for me. I need to be the President of the United States. So I went to work. And at 12 years old, they decided, well, apparently you got to be 35 to do this thing. So I got to do my homework on what do you have to do to become president. So I started studying social studies, started listening and learning as much as I could about the United States president's history. And I got so excited. Finally, the years passed, and I did my homework and got closer and closer to understanding the whole process of the democracy that we use in our system of government. By the time I got to college, I had the opportunity to work at the White House. It was amazing. I received the letter after I applied for the internship, and it showed up in the mail, and I opened it up, and I was so excited. I didn't know I had gotten it yet. I sniffed the envelope. My heart was pounding. You know that moment when you're like just in anticipation? Pulled it out and said, Sean Stephenson, congratulations. You have been selected to work beside the President of the United States in the White House West Wing. I was so excited. I got to work. You see, I had the goal, 12 years old, a goal to work at the White House, to get close to that position. Set that goal, had the excitement to drive me through. Showed up the first day, got into the hall, looked around. Saw these halls, thinking, man, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, all these amazing leaders have walked these halls, and I'm in right now. I had manifested something from a childhood dream to work at the White House. One of the things I thought was really cool about the president's job is the president, he doesn't just show up to work in like a minivan or an SUV like you and I do. No, he shows up in a giant helicopter. It is called Marine One. Could it be any more macho? Marine One. So this thing is ginormous. It's dark green. It's got a white stripe at the top, the big American flag on the back, and it's got 2 propellers. It's the size of a school bus. And it lands in the backyard. Not the airport, your backyard. Right? So I heard this and I was thinking, I got to be outside when the president lands one morning in his helicopter. I'm thinking this is a good idea, right? So I set up my schedule, and I set up the president's schedule, and I'm looking side by side to see what time I'd have to be on the South Lawn when the president comes home. I get the schedules all set up. My boss is out of the room at the time. I'm thinking this is the time. I walk past the door, and I realize, there's no handicap button on this door. How am I going to get out onto the South Lawn? There's no one around. And I can hear in the distance the helicopter coming. And I'm thinking, I got to get through these doors. 12-year-old boy inside of me is getting so excited. I'm thinking, I got to do this. So I use some physics, right? I'm thinking if I get the momentum up, I should certainly be able to blast through these doors. 1, 2, you can do this. And I went through those doors. Bam! These doors flung open like it was a movie scene. See, there was an obstacle there, and I just rammed on through it. I got on the south lawn. Nobody's out there. I hear the helicopter. It's coming off. And this thing is ginormous. It's so close. No one's around. I'm thinking, this is so exciting. My heart is pounding. I'm thinking, I did it. I made it. This is awesome. And I see the helicopter, and the wind is blowing me back. Finally, the helicopter lands. I'm thinking, what did I make such a big deal of this? This is no big deal. You know, I could have done this any day of the week. And then, out of the corner of my left eye, I see men in all black come grappling out of the trees and running straight for me. Now, you might find that funny. I didn't. So I can't really run. But that day, I think I sprinted. I was like, ah! I just took off. I'm thinking, this is not good. The president knows me. He's just got to see me. These guys don't know me. I'm a threat to them. And they're running at me. And I see those like little red laser dots on me. I'm thinking, that's not good, right? The helicopter's landing. The door opens. The president steps out of the helicopter. And he sees me. You have to set a goal. Because when you have a goal in mind for what you want out of your life, what you want out of your career, what you want out of your family, what you want to experience in this existence at the time that you've been given, you better have it clear in your mind. Because you're going to face closed doors. You're going to face people chasing you. You're going to face a lot of obstacles in your life. And I find the people that quit are the ones that don't have a clear vision in their mind of what they want and what they're willing to do to go get it. And today I hope you set a goal for yourself. And I think it was great that John started this program off listing the goals for WISCA. But what about your goals? You have to set a goal today. Set the goal of what you came here for. Because if you don't set a goal, you're going to leave and you're not quite sure it was worth your time, worth your energy. But if you set your goal and you say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to get this no matter what. I'm going to make sure this happens. And I hope you kind of set a goal this morning for what you have to get out of my program. I really do hope that you listen with 2 ears this morning. 1 ear is how you can utilize this material with the students, how you can utilize this material that I'm going to share with you, the parents, with those in your administration, at your school. That's 1 ear. The other ear is the ear we often neglect, especially as the healers that we are, the caring people that we are. We forget about this ear. But this is the ear that you need to listen up for. What can you get out of this personally? Because I know you're here because of your title, you're here because of your position, but I hope you were able to listen and apply this material to you personally. See how you can use it in your daily life. So what's my goal for you today? Well, my goal is simple. It's twofold. The first is to fuel you up. Give you the fuel to love your life, to totally love your position at your school, love your family. Maybe you didn't think that was possible, but love your family. Have the enthusiasm and the energy. So fuel you up is the first thing that I want to do. Second thing I want to do is I want to equip you. I want to equip you with the best tools that I've learned in my life to get through all those obstacles, those closed doors, the people chasing you down, and break through and accomplish that which you set out to create. So let me ask you, raise your hand if you've ever heard the phrase, somebody's ever come up to you in your life and said, I know what you're going through. Raise your hand up high if you ever heard, I know what you're going through. Keep your hand up if you found it annoying and pathetic. Alright? Let's be honest, let's put aside our politically correct sides. What do you want to say to somebody who says, oh, I know what you're going through? What do you want to say to them? No, you don't. You don't have a clue. So I'm not here today to tell you, I work with kids, I work with students, I'm a human being, so you and I have a lot in common, and I know what you're going through. I don't know what you're going through. I don't have your position. I don't live in your town. I didn't grow up with your past. I don't live in your body. So therefore, I have no clue what you're going through. I'm an expert on only one thing on this planet.